Roberta, labas.
Labą dieną.
Labas. Hello, good to see familiar faces, not only from Lithuania, but also from Latvia. I see. Hi, Christine. So welcome to the group 3. And I see we have 11 participants and probably 9 of them are from Lithuania. So it will be very interesting to share our experiences among ourselves. But like Zorica told, everything will be recorded, and so other participants hopefully will see also and will listen about our experiences. So now I will share my screen. Mm-hmm. So let's start to talk about very well-known in Lithuania approach when we are using local community as our classroom. So we are trying to make our classroom much bigger. And as in the beginning Nima told, from Lithuania, it was 3 organizations who were partners in EDUCAS project. It was Center for Innovative Education, and I am Regina from this center, and 2 ECEC services, Aukštelkės School Multifunctional Center and Vaikystės sodas. So those 2 ECC services are different because when we're thinking about how to choose partners for the project, we decided that it would be interesting to have one service from which is located in the rural area. It is Aukštelkės School, and another center is located in Vilnius, in our biggest city. I would like to share a bit about educational system in Lithuania. In Lithuania, the responsibility for whole early childhood education and care is located within education. So we have integrated system. It is different because in Belgium, for example, and partly in Italy, they have a split system. A Ministry of Education perceives ECEC as a first educational stage. Children attend unitary setting for the whole age range until the start of primary education. And the unitary settings exist in only a set of European countries. Regulations at the national level sets maximum group size per adult, hygiene and safe environment requirements. Lithuanian teachers working with children from birth to 6 years of age are required to hold a baccalaureate degree and are trained before beginning work in the ECEC settings. They receive compensation under the same policies as other teachers in the education system. Teachers in Lithuania are considered a highly qualified workforce compared to many OECD countries. According to the teachers working in ECEC job description, among others, teacher performs these functions: create stimulating learning environments, support children's development and ensure their health and well-being, ensures a meaningful and safe presence of children outside, ensure safe and peaceful sleep of children, make substantial room for learning through play, involve parents in children's learning, organizing the educational process. Teacher combines children's education and care. So you see that even according to our national regulation, we are using Educare approach when working with children from 0 to 6. According to top-level national regulations and recommendations, equal status is given to care and education, a holistic Educare approach to early childhood. In Lithuanian language, when speaking about ECEC, we use word ugdymas, which contains education and care as unity. According to hygiene standards, children must be taken outside twice a day during daylight hours. And speaking about general principle, values of ECEC, recognition of the child as an active learner, responsiveness to children's interests, needs, and potentialities, a holistic approach to the child's development, cooperation with family, inclusiveness, importance of positive social interactions. And as it was told in the beginning, 4 focus groups were conducted with representatives of families and staff members in 2 ECEC centers involved in the project. And it was very useful discussions in all focus groups. And we were thankful for teachers and parents for their readiness to cooperate in the future on rethinking Educare approach and improvement of learning environment in ECEC centers. And during those focus groups, parents and teachers discussed about favorite place, continuity homeschool center, different materials, sleeping space, etc. And of course, about perception about being outside. And what the parents and teachers are thinking and speaking when we are speaking about spaces outside. Parents, I would like for children to have all day activities outside. I like that we have so nice nature very close and children can enjoy visiting animals, going to feed goats. This is privilege of children attending preschool in the countryside. Each family has different policies speaking about going out with bad weather. Would be good to be outside all day and work hard outside like they do in the classroom. Our yard is very small, but very often teachers take children somewhere to the town. They visit different places, and in the evening, children tell us where they've been, what they saw, lots of impressions. And what teachers say. It is important not only to go outside, but also to go out of the preschool environment. There is no bad weather, there is only bad clothing. If you go out with bad weather, it's okay, but if child gets sick, it's bad. And what findings and conclusions we did after those focus group? Among others, we understood that educators should better involve family members in shared decision-making about their children's learning, as well as concerning children's learning environment. Invite to work together in order to provide suitable spaces for child development. Learning environment outside the classroom and outside the preschool can be used better for activities that encourage exploration, experimentation, and creativity. As everything that can be learned and taught indoors can be done outdoors, we need to ensure integrity of activities indoor and outdoor spaces. Both indoor and outdoor environments offer significantly different but complementary experiences and ways of being to young children. They should be available simultaneously and experienced jointly, with each having equal status and attention, because both contribute to young children's well-being, health, stimulation, and general development. Young children need to set and meet their own challenges, become aware of their limits, and push their abilities at their own pace. Be prepared to make mistakes and experience the pleasure of feeling capable and competent. Challenges and associated risks are vital for this. Young children also need to learn how to recognize and manage risk as life skills. ECEC centers can purposefully use the resources available in the community. For example, library, bakery, fire station, post office, etc., which significantly enriches the children's educational environment and helps to achieve educational goals, linking them with the real life of children. Educational environments outside the ECC centers provide children with new impressions, experiences, develop social, cognitive, communication, artistic skills, help children to be in harmony with the surrounding social, cultural environment and nature. And there you can see some examples how children are learning and enjoying being in fire station, library, visiting dentist, and museum of technology. And now I will ask Roberta to continue and to tell about their experiences which they have using outside spaces in rural area.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Roberta Plekavičienė. I'm from Aukštelkės school. And yes, as Regina mentioned, we are in the rural area. We have huge outdoor spaces. And EDUCAS project actually let us think how to use outdoor spaces as educational tool. Because when we learned from the children that they like the most outdoor space in preschool, it encourages us to rethink the spaces outdoor and how to use them purposefully to provide better possibilities for children to use outdoor spaces for educational activities. And also that we start from creating outdoor spaces for all ages of children, because we have school children as well, and they playing different. So it's sometimes, let's say, as football, and sometimes it's a bit risky for the young children, for the 2 to 3 years old. So we in the project, we create different spaces for children outdoors, and it was good. It was useful as well for COVID.
Excuse me, sorry, Roberta, to interrupt. Could you please, Hiedre, to mute yourself? I don't think, well, sorry to interrupt, Roberta.
Okay, no problem. Can we go to another slide, please? So this is how we create. And actually we start, the games, the slides, or, things as an educational tool to create more fun and useful thing for kids, to learn, deep, fun. Yeah, so our school actually is very rich in many of in agri. Near and different stuff, and also exploring nature.
Atsiprašau, aš irgi dabar, ar čia pas jūs vaikai klasėje, ar čia kažkas dar yra neužsimūtinas, nes labai nieko negirdėjom dabar visiškai.
Čia ne pas mane.
Kažkur kitur reikėtų. How to check who is not unmuted, actually, because we do not hear nothing from Roberta.
Yeah, I cannot mute that person. I'm very sorry. I cannot do it from here. Let me just. Roberta, could you please now try to unmute yourself? Yeah.
Yes, I did. So exploring nature is great for children's development. It can their cognitive abilities, increase physical fitness, and they get to use all these senses as they explore the world around them. It can be a natural playground and very inspiring. It's so true because it boosts their creativity, and they can create different and very interesting stuff from the sticks, from leaves, or from other stuff they can find in the forest or in the clothes. Can we go to another slide, please? And also what we start in school, let's say indoors, reading from the books, reading, even though they're looking at pictures of some animals, we can explore and we can find in, outdoors, in a forest or in a woodland. And it's exploring natural surrounding with the kids helps them understand and appreciate importance of natural habitats, and they learn how to deal with the insects, animals they meet. So we try to tell them, how to that we, even though we found a hedgehog, but we cannot keep talk to him or touch him for too long. He's maybe scared, and we need to let him out. And also, let's say, to catching butterflies, it's for some species it's rare, and we can damage the wings, the legs, or antennas. So we cannot do, and they know that, but we can explore. And that also what young kids learn in forest. So in this environment, children learn what their different ways of solving problems and how manage risks, and learn to work as a team, also empathy to one another. Children can learn even the math concepts about the natural and physical world, engineering and art. Children can learn just about everything and outdoors that they learn in traditional classroom. It is one aspect that the children feel better outdoors. It doesn't matter we are outside or in the yard of our schools or in the forest. It's according to them. They can be as loud as they want. I think it's the best stuff for kids. And this is this small short videos how kids manage their business, and so teamwork of the 2-3 years roll the pile of hide and manage the risks. Yes, so can we go to another slide, please? And also the best thing we have in our school is the contract with a horse riding center for the horse riding lessons. And also we provide a horse therapy for kids with the special needs. After school or after the lesson is finished, kids can go to have the horse riding lessons. And sometimes parents also using for therapy purposes. We have few kids with cerebral paralysis, which helps to relax muscles, and also a few kids with the ACD. So obviously it's helping them, and it's slightly cheaper for the parents because of the school. And well, they can afford that. And also we provide the transportation from the school or from the house to the horse riding center. And also all the students can go visit horses or have a horse riding lesson. And it offers sensory, emotional, social, and cognitive and physical benefits. And in this video, you will see the horse named Waterloo. He is certified horse for the young children, for the horse lesson for the young children. He's not so tall, and he also extremely patient. Yes, as you can see in the video, it's the 3-year-old girl. It's not the first time she's on a horse, so they can go and use it as they want with the parents or just with them with a teacher. Can we go to another slide, please? And also, our school is 6 kilometers away from the fourth larger city in Lithuania. It's called Šiauliai. But it does not mean that we can stay only in our school area or use as the forest or the horse riding center. It's not, we also going away to explore other places. We traveling to see other places, to maybe with the tasks sometimes, as you can see in all those pictures. But not only for that, we use the visits, because it's also we teaching kids how to behave in a bus, and how to, like, sometimes we pretend that we in a real bus, and driver, we give money for a driver and he gives us a tickets. So we learn different things already by going into some place we planned. And also how to be polite with the people we meet on a visit. And also, as I mentioned earlier, how to look after one another. And you sitting in the pairs, you going in the pairs, so you are responsible not only for yourself but also for your friend. And if something happens, teacher, you can tell to the teacher. So this is our school, as I try to describe as much as I can. So thank you so much for listening.
Hello again. So we have managed to make a lot of changes in the classroom for the EDUCAS project. But today we want to share once again our idea classroom, the whole city and the whole world. The education is not closed only in classroom or in kindergarten. So the education takes place in parks, urban playgrounds, museums, galleries, and now we would like to share our video about it. So please enjoy.
Okay, so thank you, Roberta, and thank you, Renata. Maybe you, somebody have some questions or you want to discuss something. And also we need to be ready to present what you saw, what you had during a session which is coming. So who wants to say something? We still have 10 minutes, as I understand, 12 even. Christine, what did you like? Is it similar how it is in Latvia?
It depends. It depends from every institution, from every kindergarten. But thank you really for this amazing experience that you show us, and the both schools. So it was really interesting and nice to see. I have a question for you. I believe that even before project you have done a lot of very good things, but what was the main benefit for you from this from participating in this project?
You know, I can start and others participants will join, I think, and we can mention a lot of things. And as always, this international cooperation is very useful always, because traveling to another country, you always can find something what maybe very small things, but you never thought about it, and now you can bring and do similar things in your country. So I think this also it would be useful not only for us, but for other ESA members as well, because I think that those publications which are going to be produced, a toolkit and policy recommendation and case studies, they really will benefit for other countries, and they will use similar methods, approaches in their work, I hope. Roberta, can you add something, or Renata?
Yeah, I totally agree about the visits, because it's not only a theory, you know, but also the practice. And when you go to other countries and see some interesting ideas, obviously you cannot take it. You need to adapt to your you know, institution. And it's really interesting and very good for some our teachers. It was like eye-opening stuff, and they start doing some incredible things, you know, after the visits. But also, like in our institution, it's more now, it's more fun to work when we start asking opinion of children. And it's really it's amazing how just by the drawing and kids explaining, you can know their opinion, you know, or and we start you know, asking more, doing more, and it's fun for kids. It's really useful for teachers and happy parents as well. So it's great. It's great. And even for our, you know, the head of our institution, he's also surprised that by the drawings we can tell and we know the children's opinion. So it was good for all the levels, you know. So thank you.
My comment is mostly about the changes in classroom and playground, probably, because Vaikystės sodas have more than 50 classrooms in total. So we need to create some standards for that. because each class looks very differently. So we start from that, and now we are going through this process. So it's on the way, but we see a lot of changes, more calm environment and colors, some notes and etc. So going through the progress, and as I mentioned, that it's mostly working about the standards and how to adapt in all the classrooms.
Thank you all.
And you know, it is interesting because when participating in international project, you learn more about your own country. Because, you know, maybe Aukštelkės school and Vaikystės sodas would never meet together and share their experiences. And now we can learn not only from our partners from Belgium or Italy, but also from one another. And it is also very, very useful. Mm-hmm. So maybe Maria Moreno have some questions. The only second not Lithuanian participant. It's funny that it was like this, that even when you are dividing randomly,
Random, yeah. And I must confess, Maria Moreno, it's me.
Oh, sorry.
Because yeah, I have here on my a second device where I can see what people is seeing on the screen.
Almost like Jesus in 3. You only in 2. So thank you, Teresa, for your help.
No, please.
For your technical support.
Well.
So who is going to report? Why are you shaking your head, Christine? You are the only one who's not Lithuanian.
No, please, not this time.
Or you have some roots in Lithuania. Renata, we can hear you.
Aš tik tai aušrai šalia sakiau.
Kaip?
Sakiau tik aušrai šalia, sakiau, tai nieko į bendrą.
Okay. So we have 4 minutes. We can have our coffee or tea if Christine don't have more questions to us.
Okay, I will use time for some more questions. I was interested about these visits outside from the kindergarten. From what age you started? It seems that there, in this one case, it's very small children. So I really believe that it's a great experience for them. But do you have some age limits, or you just it's for all children who attend your institution?
Usually we are going from 3 years old, but sometimes, as you saw in this video, we have some how it's called, stroller for more kids. So then the teacher take it and going around. It's actually it's no limit. It depends on everything because of safety. Yeah. So if we have enough teachers to take care of the big or small group with younger ones, so we take them even for longer trip and walk. But from 3 years old, this like necessary, ordinary.
Yeah, it is a must to travel.
Yeah. The class must travel at least once a week, and or even more daily. like this week, for example, we have very hot days,
So we used to go to nearest park and to find some shadow and educate there for all day until lunchtime, and came back and just have rest.
Yeah.
Usually when children learn how to walk, they can go and teachers are using this.
I really wish that we have this experience more in Latvia, because it's not really so common. I really believe that it will change.
Yes, Christine, and we were really surprised when our partners from Italy and Belgium, they said that they don't have such tradition and don't do like this. So yeah, but in Lithuania it is very common. I think that majority, 90% of teachers are going somewhere to the city. And now even museums have special programs for kids, you know, when they are inviting and children can learn something and do something in another spaces in museums, or for example, parents are inviting to their job. Yeah, as you saw a picture with fire station and dentist, it was pictures of parents who invited all group of children to visit their workplace. So the last minute, and we will join the group. Thank you for being with us.
And thank you for sharing. Thank you.